guys, I'll be right back. It looks a little hazy here on the screen, so I'm gonna go grab something to wipe that down. Be right back. All right, here we go. Hopefully that looks a little better. Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to the Done Creative Live. Yes, today, if you could see this little guy poking up right here, could you see him all along? There he is, our Sacral Chakra candle. And I got a holder, no more Play-Doh today, although not a 10 out of 10 for this holder. It's very wonky and wobbly, very poorly put together. I just ordered a little holder on Amazon. So, I don't know that it was worth the $3.95, but as far as the functionality of it, let's just say it was worth it. Yes, I hope you're all doing well this fine Wednesday. And we had our last baseball game for my oldest son. They lost the playoff game, so they're out. Wah wah, darn it. It was such a fun season. I'm gonna be sad that it's over, but yet at the same time, kind of excited for our next chapter of summertime and different camps. Art camp is the first thing we're signed up for. I think they're going to do a tennis camp at some point, maybe some other camps, but a lot of the camps for the YMCA were like on wait lists, so we're going to find other camps this year, I think. Hello, everybody. We've got Scarlett here. We've got Michelle De Leon. I will see you later for your mentor session. I think it's this week, right? Am I mistaken? I think it's you this week. Brandy Lynn is here. So far, we don't have any donations, so the first person to donate will take us away, lead us into our donation portion after we do our little ritual and our collective reading for our sacral chakra. So if you missed the root chakra video, you can still participate in this one. And if you feel so inclined, you can go back to the root chakra video as well and catch what we did there to clear the energy there. And of course, at any time, you know, if you've already done the root chakra or the sacral or any other chakra ritual video that we've done and you want to do it again, unlimited access. You can go back anytime you want and redo it or do it again. If you have different intentions for each chakra, you could do it again. Whatever feels good for you. Hello, Jamie Withrow. Yes, it is today, Michelle. Awesome. So yeah, let's just get right into this. So I think most of you are at least semi-aware of what a chakra is. It's basically a wheel of energy within the body, and we have 7 main chakras. There are probably thousands at this point that are now active in the human aura, in the energy field. So yeah, you could just be all day clearing chakras. But the 7 most, I guess, prominent ones we know start with the root at the red and work their way all the way up to the crown with the purple color. We also have that earth star chakra beneath our feet, the soul star chakra above our head. And again, we've got this kind of, what do they call it? Higher heart chakra here, right? The thymus between the heart and the throat. That is active for many people now as well. It's kind of becoming one of the main chakras, as well as that zeal chakra or mouth of God. Back at the back, that base of the skull where that little ball joint is that you can swivel your head on. And a lot of people that get migraines or, you know, aura, like light stuff going on, that is a big activation of that chakra. And yeah, I mean, obviously it feels very alarming, like, oh my God, I got a tumor. But no, most of us don't have a brain tumor. It's just this chakra is very active, and it's a hyperlink to spirit. It's like going from dial-up to, like, I don't know, 5G, 4G, one of those really fast internets compared to, everyone remember that dial-up sound back in the day. And then your phone line would be out of commission the rest of the day. Is it just me? Any other 90s and 80s and people, you know, grew up in that era and above, or before, I guess not above, before, remember those days? Like, I gotta make a phone call. You gotta quit downloading your music on Napster. Get off there. Get out of Yahoo Chat. Get off AOL Messenger. I need to make a call. 85 baby here. Yes, the dial-up tone. I'm an 82 baby. My brother's an 85 baby. Yes, you guys remember. All right, so we're almost to that 5-minute mark. We've got 11 people and 7 likes on the video. Thank you so much for your support. Let's get into our ritual. So yes, the sacral chakra is the point that we are. Yes, 74, babe. There you go for Wayne. Yes, sacral chakra. What we have going on here is this is our sexual energy center, our creative energy center. And a lot of what kind of gunks up this energy center does come from childhood and like those teenage years. I've cleared a lot of trauma from my childhood and teenage years from the sacral chakra. And when this chakra is out of balance, a lot of times we can feel either too sexual, not at all sexual, sometimes anything in between. But also, we can feel like some sort of writer's block, creative block, if there's something going on or gunking up this energy center of creation. I mean, this is our point of creation, being able to create the reality we want, create the life we want, create the stability and abundance in addition to that root chakra as well. So, right now, today, what we're going to do, and like I said, if you missed the root chakra clearing, don't worry. You can still do this one and then go back and do that one. Or if you don't want to do that one at all, no worries. This is for you. So you do this how you see fit. And again, if you want to go back and do this every week, feel free. Do it. Do you, boo. Do what you need to do. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and light it. And our intention, I'm going to give you guys a few moments. I'm going to set just the intention that our higher self is in charge here. Our soul is in charge. And then, higher self is in charge of clearing whatever you don't need anymore, because some of the things that might be gunking up this chakra, you're actually learning lessons from. So your higher self will not take those away if you are meant to benefit by clearing them through lessons and challenges and obstacles. So we're only clearing the things deemed fit by our higher self or our soul, going even above the higher self. Hello, Cheyenne. Hello, Damini. Hello, Jano. Welcome, welcome. So we are going to be clearing anything that our higher self or soul deems fit to clear today. So anything gunking that up, sacral chakra, our point of creation, we're going to light it, set the intention. And also, any intentions you want to set, I'm going to shut up for a second. Any intentions you want to set yourself, feel free to look at the candle, set your intentions, anything you want to clear, or even bring in for this energy center. But a lot of times before we bring things in, we want to clear to make room for said things. So I'm going to shut it. Go ahead and form your intentions right now. Okay, those of you that need more time, when you watch the replay, you can, of course, pause it right here. Give yourself more time. Those of you live with me, maybe you can, if you're not quite done setting those intentions, you can set them up. Sorry, squeaky chair going on, but we're going to just let this burn down to nothing, just like we did our root chakra candle, which I let go out downstairs. I took it with me because I don't like to leave candles in rooms that I'm not in. Just call me paranoid. I've had, two house fires to my childhood home. The last one completely took it out. So I'm very careful and cautious when I'm playing with fire. Not that I was playing with fire with any of those fires, but like it's a thing. It's scary to me. So here we go. Let me see that we can get it set so we can see it. I think we did this last time. So we can watch that going on. And again, this isn't touching anything back here. There's like a foot and a half of distance here. So no one has to worry about anything. There's nothing around it. We're good. Except the air, the ether. Okay. Hello, Shania. Welcome. Okay. And we also did have a donation come in, which I will update that donation list. This is from Lily. So if Lily wants to let us know who she is here in the chat, I will go ahead and add you to the list. But we've done our little, what do you call it here? Our ritual, set our intention to clear. So now we're going to do the collective reading surrounding the sacral chakra energy point. Just anything we need to know right now, anything we're clearing. We're going to start with our Chakra Wisdom cards. Just go ahead and get a theme or a message that Spirit has. Ooh, it's stabbing me in the hand. Here it is. Ooh, we have expansion here. And this resonates with the throat chakra. So some of you, as you clear and cleanse this sacral chakra, you're going to be able to then express your creativity in a way where you're sharing it with other people and not just yourself. So this can benefit you in many ways where you're actually expanding. Maybe your point of focus is expanding or shifting to something more creative, something you're more passionate about. Also, I'm seeing maybe any of you with a social platform of some sort where you're looking to gain customers or viewers or subscribers, some sort of influence over people. I know that can sometimes sound very manipulative. The whole influencer thing, like, I don't want to ever consider myself an influencer. I don't want to influence anyone to do anything they're not comfortable with. But I just want to live my best life as much as I can and just be an example to people. So, those of you, especially watching right now, I think instead of being an influencer, you just want to, shine your light and hope that the light is cast on those that are ready to receive it. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting with this card here. We're not looking to influence anyone that doesn't want to be influenced. That's the point. But let's go ahead and get one of these crystal messages as well. See if there's any crystal spirit can help. I love this. Can shine light on to help us with our sacral energy. And we have here Fancy Jasper, all about self-worth. And that's one thing I was going to mention with our little ritual here. I did talk about childhood and teenage years are kind of the times we get this chakra all gunked up. If we ever played a sport or created something or said something, and then our peers or teachers or parents, people around us said, oh, that sucks, or that's not good, or who do you think you are to create that? Oh, isn't that cute? You think you're a creator. Oh, you sang, well, that was horrible. Whatever it is. I'm just picturing Simon Cowell in my head right now, like a bad critique. Some bad critique you got as a child or a teenager, maybe even your early adult years, that maybe has been stuck or blocking that sacral chakra or just gunking it up a little bit, making it just not as bright and powerful as it has been or should be. And also our sense of self-worth. I know this is a lot of times associated more with the solar plexus, but really I think it is tied to our sacral as well, because that is our point of creation. And if we don't feel worthy of creating, it's going to affect that sacral energy. So I'm going to read what it says here. Fancy Jasper comes in a beautiful blend of colors. Green for the heart chakra, stimulating self-love, and warm colors of the lower chakra for self-empowerment. Fancy Jasper helps you release feelings of inadequacy and lack of self-worth. It restores a sense of self-respect by quieting that critical voice, that throat chakra, inside. And Fancy Jasper helps you value the beautiful, special person that you are. And there's even a little affirmation here, which I will read. I embrace my individuality and honor my worth. Whatever that looks like. We all bring different points of just amazingness to this world. And that's like, what was that saying? Something like, if you expect a fish to climb a tree, you'll never tap into its true potential, or something like that. I know I completely butchered that, but I'm sure you guys have heard that before. We can't judge everyone by the same, not that we should be judging people, but, as far as the school systems and just basically the school systems are creating a workforce. That's what that's all about. But people looking to lead a more natural life, a more creative life, where you're living closer in connection with the earth and what we are supposed to be and do here. A lot of times those people don't really fit in the box of, pumping out, stamping out these people who are just going to do what they're told. They know enough to do the job, but not enough to question why they're doing the job, kind of thing. And I think you guys are really tuning in and clearing out what is kind of stamped on you, like you must be this, you must be that. You're clearing that out and really tuning into no. What beautiful, unique individuality do I have to offer this world? And it may look vastly different than what the people around you are offering this world. So let's tune in to some tarot energies. Yes, I love to see it. We've got the Eight of Cups. We are leaving behind, feeling like we have to be stuck in these boxes. And this is a card ultimately about finding our emotional fulfillment, because it's not where we have been. Not to say where we have been hasn't had emotionally fulfilling moments and people and situations, but the whole of where most of us have been from, childhood on up or babyhood on up hasn't been completely emotionally fulfilling. And we are maybe not leaving everything behind, because like my amazing friend Monica has pointed out to me with this card, it's like this person lovingly stacked all of these cups and they left a part or a place here for that ninth cup that they are going on a quest for. So it's almost like that hero's journey with this card here of, think of any superhero movie or really any book that you read. There is kind of that hero's journey or that quest kind of vibe going on, where we start the book or the movie in one location, and we have this major journey and evolution, and then we a lot of times can come back to the beginning and see how much we've grown. That's what we are doing here with this amazing clearing, this amazing ritual with the sacral chakra. I almost said solar plexus. So I think between this reading and then the solar plexus reading that we're going to do on Friday, which let me remind you guys, because of baseball and the shifting schedule, my kids get out of school really early on Friday. It's their last day of school for summer, or right before summer. So I'm going to be doing the Friday reading at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So it's going to be about what, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 hours past whatever time it is right now. So calculate 8 hours from now. Unless you're Mountain Time, then you know it's 6 p.m. Mountain Time. All right, what else do we have? I love to see this. Look at this combination. As we go on this quest for more emotional fulfillment, we're getting our victory. And this isn't just a victory that's handed to somebody. This is a victory after blood, sweat, tears, humiliation, failure, no support from those that love you. This is you really fighting tooth and nail to tune into what it is that's meant for you and not settling for anything less. That is what we've got going on here with this V for victory card. I love she's even got a V victory earring there. V is for victory. And the wreath is a very spiritual symbol as well. It's a symbol of unity. It's a symbol of spiritual evolution. This is beautiful. You guys are maybe even going on a spiritual quest. You're not leaving your front door. You're just going on like a dimensional or a spiritual or a consciousness quest to really tune into this self-worth and expand yourself into the mission that you came to this planet to fulfill. It's so powerful, you guys. Woo! Let's clear this chakra so we can get down to business. All right, let's get one more tarot. Okay, I couldn't have picked better cards if I was like hand selecting them. Page of Wands. Yes, we're taking that blood, sweat, tears battle that we just went through to, find that emotional fulfillment of that ninth cup that we're lovingly stacking right there. This is putting us on that, quest. This is the beginning of something really beautiful. Not to say everything is going to be rainbows and roses along the way, because we know that ain't reality. We know that we're going to have to work for it. We're going to have to fight for it. We're going to have to claim what's ours, not in a bad way, but like energetically speaking, we are fighting just being on this planet, because it's a very low, dense vibration. And many of us come from higher realms where things are much easier to just manifest instantly. And when we are in these human meat suits, these bodies, many light workers, many star seeds, earth angels, whatever you want to call those from the higher realms, like they have a very difficult time. You yourself may have a very difficult time being in a human body. Maybe it's uncomfortable. You feel like you're in pain a lot. You just get frustrated that things aren't manifesting in the way that you just know they should be, but they're not. And there's some sort of missing piece or missing link or element that you're now going on a quest for. And really, some of the greatest adventures and journeys are not on the external. They're made on the inside, and then they start being reflected on the external. And that's what we are doing, is we're starting this new passion, this new inspiration that Spirit is giving us, these epiphanies, these downloads, these just big inspirations, this is an amazing card to pair it up with that creativity of the sexual energy center of that sacral chakra, because it is sacred energy. Our sexual energy, our creative life force energy is sacred, and it's just so beautiful. All right, I just think I want to get one more card. I don't think we're quite complete here. One more card, and we do have quite the amount of donations that have come in. I think we've got 4 of them, and three of them. I will be updating our list here shortly, but we're going to be kicking it off with Lily, who is once in a lifetime. Thank you for letting me know that. Let me go back here. Okay. Yes, her username is once in Le Million. There we go. I was saying it wrong. There we go. You've been a subscriber and accidentally hit the subscribe button and waiting for 10 minutes. Oh, that's okay. No worries on that. Thanks for letting me know, though. Okay, here is the rest of our message. Yes, exactly. This is not going to be some big overnight sensation, but like if it was, would it really be as sweet of a victory? If it was just a quick, let's put 30 seconds on the microwave and get our victory? No. Those things we fight for, we work for, we are going toward, a lot of times they are such sweeter victories. if they take a long time. I know none of us like to hear the dreaded P word, patience, but this is a foggy bog here with this card. And this just indicates maybe we don't have all the information or we can't quite see the full picture of what's before us. But of course, our higher self can, our soul can, our spirit guides can, and they will help with little breadcrumbs and they will help lead the way. And like I always say, if you are stuck, if you are stagnant, if you are unsure and scared and in fear of what to do next, always, always, always ask for help from your guides and angels. They will clear or lead the way for you so you know what to do. Okay, there we go. That was our collective reading for clearing and amplifying this sacred sacral chakra energy that we've got going on here. I'm going to let this burn down as we go. So let me get all these cards put away. I'm going to update our list. But go ahead and post your question once in Le Million. We'll get right into that for you after I update the list and get all these cards put away. Okay. Get these staggered back in my deck here. There we go. And update my list right quick here. So we have once in Le Million. And then get to Leka Ray. And then Shania with a shorter reading or one card reading. We all know I can't stick to one card. All right. I think that is what we're working with. Right. So if you have made a donation and you're not reflected here on the list, go ahead and check that went through. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into Once in Le Million's question right after I take a quick drink of water. Okay, so let the games begin. I worry about the relationships I've invested in heavily with my stepkids. Any light on how it will unravel? Okay, tuning in to Once in Le Million's relationship with her stepkids. Well, Spirit's already coming through to say, don't, even if these kids at some point prove that they're not worth your love or, whatever that looks like to you, you're the one in the driver's seat here. Nothing was wasted because you're showing up as this authentic light in the world. And yeah, I think you're going to be able to repair if there's something going on with the relationship with, your stepkid's father, parent, or the stepkids themselves, or one or more of the stepkids. I see that maybe this is not beyond repair because this is happy family. This is emotional connection, contentment, long-term success and connectivity, love, enjoyment of these family connections. So I think there's at least one of these stepkids that you will remain close to for a lifetime, if not more. I don't know if there's 2 stepkids or anywhere somewhere between 2 or 4 stepkids. But yeah, I really see for sure 1, possibly 2 stepkids that you will have close connections with, at least until it's no longer in your highest good, if that makes sense. Because some soulmate energy, some people are meant for a season, others are meant for a lifetime, and of course anywhere in between. Well, there's your 4. There's your 4 right there. All 4 of them are on here. I don't know if there's kind of an age gap between the older 2 and the younger 2. That could be possible. I know this is really in reality depicting the parents and then the children, but I was more reading this as the stepchildren themselves. And I'm specifically drawn to one of the older ones and one of the younger ones as the ones that you already feel that deeper connection to already. And they're showing me, Spirit's showing me, I got major chills now, good confirmation, that older one intuitively that you are closer to and the younger one intuitively that you're closer to, they are actually members of your soul family. So that's the reason you feel a deeper connection to those children. All right. Let's see what else is coming through. Yeah, you have a lot of anxiety, a lot of sleepless nights. Maybe especially one of the older ones that you're not as emotionally connected to is giving you some trouble, maybe saying some really nasty things to you or just not being very open. I see someone who's emotionally shut you out. And that really does weigh on your heart because you're a very giving, a very open-hearted person. I mean, to include bonus children into your family, that is such you have to have a big heart to be able to do that. Not everybody can accept other people's children. When a lot of times when people have children, they want their own children, or they want to be in control of that. But when you find a relationship after children have already existed, it takes someone with a really big heart to be able to do that. So my big congrats to you, that you have opened your heart, and it is not going to be something that you will regret. You will never regret that you have opened your heart, ever. But yes, it does weigh heavy on your heart, maybe sleepless nights, anxiety, just wondering, what are these children's agenda? Like, what's going on here? And it could even have to do with their other parent, the one you're not married to. Hilarious. Yes, the two oldest, 17, 14, joined the household. Youngest, 12 and 9, live. I've had over 6 years. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, what's going on? Anything else we need for once in lay lifetimes? Connection. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. I think with one of these older ones that you're really struggling with, and then the other older one that you feel a little more connected to than the one you're struggling with. Did I confuse you? I hope not. There's a new path ahead with you and this stepchild, or really any of the stepchildren that you are looking to have the deeper connection to. You are going to be able to have that connection. Again, it's going to take work, it's going to take effort, and you not having these expectations, because especially with the ages that you have listed there, it is kind of a thing, specifically with teenagers. Their hormones are raging. They don't even know what they want. And a lot of times, really, for all humans, that I think it's prefrontal cortex of the brain doesn't fully develop and become mature until around age 25. So a lot of how, like, I even take my own example with my connection to my own mom. Her and I, when I was a teenager in early 20s, we were just, I wanted what I wanted, and she was always standing in my way. But I always respected her and played as much by the rules as I could. I was always home when she told me to. Well, not always. If I was trying to be out babysitting my sister, I wouldn't just leave my sister with a bunch of people. I would, break the rules to make sure my sister was safe, stuff like this. But I would always get in trouble for things, me going out and trying to protect my sister because I wasn't home at a certain time. But maybe there's some rules in place that these children are like, oh, I'm going to fringe on breaking these rules, or they're trying to exert their own power in the relationship and be independent. Specifically, maybe the 14-year-old is really boom, 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 highlighting for me. And then the 17-year-old being that close to an adult, that one might be trying to exert their adulthoodedness a little early, just to, because at the very least, they've got, what, 3 parents? Maybe 4 if their other parent is remarried or with someone. So they've got like at least 3, possibly more parental figures that they're kind of cycling through, or having to please, or having to work under the rules or authority of. And that can be difficult, I think, for some children. But the way that you are showing up, being in like that safe space, or that place, that soft place for these children to fall if they need someone to talk to, is kind of the vibe I'm getting with this. This is so crazy accurate. Yes, they got other parental figures as well. Yeah, I'm glad this is resonating, but I got major chills. So you do have some major spiritual support from the other side, and they're going to give you some really good ideas for ways you can bond with these children, specifically the ones that it's difficult for you to bond with. Maybe even taking the one specifically, or the 2 that you're really struggling to connect with, and just doing a one-on-one date with you and them, if that's possible. I know, depending on the state of your current relationship, it might be difficult, but if you can take them and do something they enjoy, if you can really tune into their energy and find something they enjoy and connect with them on their level. A lot of times as parents, I'm guilty of this a lot. I want my kids to do things that I enjoy, so I'm having a good time, but I got to get down to their level and, play the video games. Or I can't say I don't enjoy jumping on the trampoline, but my boys both love jumping on the trampoline. So I try to remind myself that they're not on my cognitive level. I need to meet them where they're at. And a lot of times as parents, we can forget that along the way. So just, you will be inspired. Even if you're like, help, Lord Jesus, I don't know how to connect with these children. Literally put it out to your guides, angels, the universe, that I need ideas. I need ways I can connect with these children. Please open up those doors of communication and connection and situations that we can bond over. Especially if you can make this a one-on-one thing, so that this child and that child and that child, that, all 4 of them feel special in their own way, without feeling that it's a competition between the four of them, or if you even have your own children, that could be a whole other ball of wax. Let's just get a closing statement on this reading for Once in Lemillion. Yeah, look, there's the mother herself. I mean, the only other card we could have gotten to really trump this card would have been the Empress, but this is pretty much the lower octave of the Empress. Really, though, in her own way, she just really shines. She's someone who paves new paths forward in the realm of parenting. This is a nurturer. This is a natural mother. Whether the they are children she gave birth to, or have kind of adopted in, or step-childhooded in. Is that a word? Probably not. But this is someone with a big heart, someone looking to nurture and expand and connect with children and the earth. So maybe even going out in nature, going on a hike, going on a walk, going swimming, I don't know, doing something in the natural state of the world to connect. That can really benefit you. All right, so Once in Lemillion, I hope that resonated, brought you some guidance and clarity. Just know that these children have their own things going on. They're trying to please at least 3, maybe 4 parental figures, and it's not always easy to be a step kid. I myself was a step kid, so like I can see it from both ways. Not that I'm a step parent, but I can have that, grace for knowing that, things aren't always so black and white. And a lot of times when the parents specifically can get down on the child's level and meet them where they're at rather than expecting them to know everything that the parent knows, that can be a huge help to bridge that gap or bridge that divide. I'm so happy and so relieved to see this card. Thank you so much. I've been considering the 1 day date, so that was fantastic. See, I got major chills. You're already getting these downloads and these inspirations from spirit. So just literally follow your intuition on this. You've got this. You've got this, girl. You're an amazing stepmom. So if you haven't heard that yet, just know that you are. Please know that you are. Even if you've made mistakes, I mean, haven't we all? As parents, as step parents, as aunts, uncles, friends, brothers, sisters, children, we've all made mistakes in all the different relationships in our lives. So instead of beating yourself up for not doing better or knowing better at the time, just give yourself that forgiveness, that grace, and move forward. And then also forgiving the children for things they may have said or done, or them pulling their own energy back to protect themselves in some way, because you may not know everything that's going on in their life or the reality, specifically when they are with the other parents. I think there might be some manipulation with that other parental figure, the one that you're not married to, that they live with sometimes possibly, or they're visiting other times, that maybe this other parent is feeding them things, information that just aren't 100% true. And it's not, I don't think that this other parent is trying to cause issues. It's just this other parent is feeling inadequate in some way and trying to make up for it. So maybe even forgiving this other parent for things they may have said or done or kept the children away from, whatever scenario. I mean, it can play out a million different ways. And maybe in the past it was one way and now it's a different way. Spirit showing me all sorts of stuff. I mean, we could probably really dive into this and really do like an hour-long reading on all the little nuances. But yeah, if you're interested in that, you can always email me for a longer reading. My email's in the description below. All right, so question for Gitaleka Ray. Thanks again, though, for your donation, Lily, aka Once in Lemillion. Big hugs to you. You got this. All right, general message on life and career. What's going on for Gitaleka Ray? Peace, spirit. Tuning into her guides, angels, higher self. Ooh, yes. Okay, I'm liking to see this because to me this feels like that really intense, really heavy, really burdensome, really stressful time of this work cycle is coming to an end. It's coming to an end very soon. And right now you may be feeling very out of balance. But this really is energy we've been feeling for you in your career for a while. But there might even be some sort of upgrade to your finances, or maybe they're coming to you. Maybe one of your bosses or someone higher up than you is coming to you asking if you would like to take on a higher role or be promoted, something like this. You're being asked to step into a lead position in a bigger way than you already have been. But I'm seeing it's not actually coming with more stress and more work and more blah, blah, blah. It's actually coming with less burden, less stress, less people you have to associate with in some way. I know it sounds backwards, but that's what Spirit's showing me. After having discussion with supervisor, I'm wondering where it will go. Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you had a discussion with your supervisor and use that throat chakra to come forward. Hello, Amber. Hello, Sunday. Welcome. I hope you're having a good day as well, Sunday. Thank you. Yeah, Knight of Swords. This was you speaking your truth. And it might, I don't know if you had planned this, but to me, it's feeling like you just saw an opportunity to speak to a supervisor and you took the opportunity to speak. And it actually is going to serve you because things are going to shift very quickly for you. Oh, it's your mom's birthday today. Well, happy birthday in heaven to Amber's mom. Big hugs to you, Amber, and happy belated birthday to you, and also now to your mom. All right, what else for Gitaleka and just her career moving forward, the supervisor. Yes, this is a card of forgiveness, forgiving yourself for taking on too much or not speaking up sooner, forgiving these bosses for maybe themselves being overworked and not understanding how overworked you are. But you finally being able to speak your truth, having this discussion with the supervisor is working for your benefit because you're ascending to a higher level of, again, I see like a promotion, a raise, recognition for a job well done, a releasing of a burden of an amount of stress that's been with you, and possibly even more money coming in, more abundance coming in. At the very least, more purpose and fulfillment at your job, which, I mean, if we can go to a job every day where we feel that sense of purpose, we feel that sense of passion for what we're doing, I mean, that's half the thing. Like, it's so much better to go to a job that you feel this passion for than one you're like dragging yourself to. And even in the past, if in the past, Gitaleka, you felt like, oh, I have work today, that's the last place I want to be. But like you go there, you do the job, you come home, like burnout, like it feels like burnout. But I see you having like a reincarnation of going from burnout to passion. It's like you're raising from the dead of burnout, Phoenix rising from the ashes of that burnout into feeling more passion for the job that you're doing, which again, I think is half the battle of going to work every day, is enjoying the job and loving the job. And you're getting that back. If that did kind of go away for a while, it's coming back to you, the sense of passion and purpose and mission, and even connection with the people you're working with. It feels much more supportive than it had been in the past. And maybe even people that have been, maybe even saying the wrong things or not using their throat chakra in the best way, they're going to come around and maybe they're going to, in some way, kind of apologize to you for things they said or did or didn't say or didn't do. I'm seeing one coworker in particular that didn't speak up. Like you kind of looked to them when they could have said something to make something better and they didn't. They just kind of went. They might actually come forward and apologize to you for not having your back or not standing up when they should have, something like this. Hello, Ethan. Welcome. All right, let's get one more of these. And I actually want to pull one of this deck in particular is Call My Name. Yeah, the Fool. There's a new beginning going on here. It's like you're taking the wisdom, though. That's the one thing. That's the difference. It's like you're taking the wisdom of this Judgment card, and it's like you know better, you do better. You're like learning from the mistakes of the past and others' mistakes. Like other people at your job are making mistakes that you're learning from without you actually having to make these mistakes. And you're coming into this new beginning, sorry about that, or this renewed sense of passion at work with this wisdom under your belt. This is actually a really powerful combination, but this speaks of taking a risk, taking that leap of faith and knowing that your angels, your guides will catch you as you fall, or you will gain your wings on the way down before you hit the ground kind of thing. But this is a new beginning. So closing out one big chapter, one big cycle of like just anxiety and stress and overwhelm, overburden, overworked, and creating this, it's like a lifting of all the weight on the shoulders. It's not like you're taking on less responsibility though. But in a way, like I had mentioned earlier, it's like you're ascending to a higher level, like in the company that you're at, but you're not taking on more responsibility, more employees, more work. It feels like a lightening of the load. And I know that sounds, usually when you raise up, it also increases the stress, increases the money, increases all of it. But it's like you might increase the money, but the stress is starting to go down. I don't know. I know it sounds backwards to what it should be, but your stress levels are starting to go down rather than up, which we like to see that. Okay, what else for Getaleka? Any closing messages from her guides, angels, ancestors, crossover loved ones, higher self, the universe? I love to see it. And this is so true. This is a card of happiness because this person hasn't been jaded by the world yet. And we've got the bluebird spirit here as well, happiness. So maybe even looking up the bluebird spirit animal just to see if there's any additional messages for you. We also have a unicorn here in the back. So this is really you tuning into your unique abilities, your unique talents, and shining that beautiful, authentic light while at work, and of course, while you're other places as well. And of course, the number 7, that very spiritual number that we're always talking about over here. This is about you introspecting, kind of having an awakening from the inside out. And as you start to see yourself in a higher regard, other people outside of you will start to see your value and your worth as well, Getaleka. But there's happiness coming. So if you've been feeling kind of blah or just depressed, sad in any way, there's happiness coming in. So just rest assured that things are going to start looking up for you. Yes, yes, they are. Absolutely. All right, so that's what we're seeing for you. Thanks again for your donation, Getaleka. And I'm going to check my donation list. I think this is our last donation of the day so far anyway. So those of you looking to get your question answered guaranteed, you can send a donation because after Shania's 1-card pull, I am out of donations for the day. So I might be calling it right after that. You are so welcome. And as always, all your lovely donations do go to help my mom, whose house burned down. As I dropped the lighter. Yikes. At least it wasn't on. Yes, all your donations do go to help her, her house burned down in July of 2019. She's still in her camper, and we're hoping to get her out of that camper. It's leaking. In the wintertime, it leaks. It's got mice and spiders galore. So she wants to get out of that situation and get into something more reliable. And your donations are actually bringing me every day one step closer to making that a reality for her. Of course, 2020 through 2022 current has been a whole thing with the building prices and real estate prices and just everything going up, 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 up. Wow. Okay. Yeah, on the 27th, thank you. Yeah, that was the day that I meant to be live. Then I didn't go live, and I can't remember why. Something to do with the kids' schedule, I'm sure. I can't even remember. It was a week ago. It feels like 14 years ago already at this point. The weeks have been going by really fast, yet at the same time really slow as we kind of wrap up the school year for my kids and baseball season for the kids. It's just been a whole thing. It's like the days fly by, yet the days, what do they say? The days are long, but the years are short. Something like that. Oh, that was the day after you graduated. That's so cool, Ethan. All right. Oh, you just donated as well. Cool, Amber. I haven't seen that come through yet, but I will start on Shania's question, which she's already got up here. Will my herbal energy healing entrepreneurial dreams, I love that, support my family? I'm terrified to leave my conventional job to go for my dreams, as I'm scared I won't be able to support my son this way. Okay, so here's the thing. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you are right. That is a quote. I cannot remember who said that. Might have been Mark Twain or someone like that. But whether you think you can or think you can't, guess what? You're right. So I know there's that whole spiritually bypass, love and light, pretend the problems don't exist, blah, blah, blah. But there is also this sense of tuning into your own power, your own structure in this world. And that's what you're doing is you're going from that lack of, oh, I don't think I'll make it to, by golly, I'm gonna make it. And it's not you bypassing the fact that you need money to put food on the table. It's you knowing and owning that power and attracting in those clients that can help make that dream a reality. So this is about shifting your the way you look at it. It's a very hanged man energy, Shania. So that's too many, but we did have the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, in the World, which King of Pentacles, that's all about entrepreneur and really creating a long-term stable money, income. It's not going to be an easy road, but it is going to be worth it because this is my Olympic athlete card. And then the world, it's like literally the world is your oyster. You can create any timeline you want as far as being this herbal energy healing entrepreneur, or continuing to work your 9 to 5 with doing this energy healing on the side, or finding a different 9 to 5 and doing the energy healing on the side, or just throwing caution to the wind and doing the energy work yourself. And then the Six of Cups comes in. So this is letting me know that this energy work, this herbal healing, all of this is inspired because you were you were that in a past life. You absolutely were that. So you have the sacred knowledge, the sacred wisdom to make this dream a reality in this life. It's not so much you doubting your abilities as the healer, as the, the entrepreneur, or the healer itself. It's you doubting your abilities as the entrepreneur, which that might be the new element for you in this life, is knowing how to market yourself or to get that name out there. And boy, golly, don't we all have that problem? If you find the secret sauce or the secret ingredient to make that dream a reality, please let me know. I just try to leave everything open to spirit to bring me whoever needs to come here. I don't want to just be making money to make money. I only want to be making money because I'm helping people, if that makes sense. And maybe even you putting that, I guess, qualifier on your business, you will find clients that really do resonate with your business. And it might even be kind of a slow start, but again, this is something you can build over time, and eventually, I do see this supporting you. Yes, yes, it comes out again. So this definitely was meant to be your message, is if at first you don't succeed, try again, or keep going. And I think for you, Shania, you're going to have the best outcome if you keep that 9-to-5 job as you build this kind of thing as a side hustle to start. And once it becomes solid enough that you need more, time and effort and energy coming into what you're building with this business, then you can start to pull back on that 9-to-5 and put that effort, energy, time into the business. And you will start to see those scales and whatever kind of balance out. Let's do one more. I know it's a one card read, but I can never help myself. Yes. Use your intuition every step of the way. Feel your way into this. And, because so much of what you do as this entrepreneur with this healing is very Queen of Cups energy. This is also looking into the sign of Cancer. They're showing me the sign of Cancer in your birth chart. That's going to be your golden ticket. Also where your moon sign is, because Cancer is ruled by the moon. So wherever your moon is in your chart, wherever the house of Cancer is in your chart, any planets that are in the sign of Cancer in your birth chart or aspecting the house that Cancer is placed in are going to be very important ways for you to kind of unlock the code of how to get your name out there and find those soul clients. Because you're not just looking for someone to come through the door and leave with a crystal, or come through the door and buy a bag of cereal or something. You are looking for soul clients, people that invest in you, in your business, and want to come back again, and maybe even tell their friends about it, because that is the best kind of marketing, is word of mouth. It's the only kind I've really ever done myself. I don't really pay for advertising or anything. It's just word of mouth or whatever the algorithm allows me. All right. So I hope that resonated for you, Shania. But best of luck to you. You got this. I have faith that you are definitely on the right path. It's all about, though, in this life, you finding out how to market yourself, how to be the entrepreneur, because you've got the other stuff that is from past life knowledge, that arsenal of knowing how to heal people with the herbs and energy and everything. You got that down. And of course, you can still tap in and tune into more of that from, your higher aspect will keep feeding you more, and you'll level up even more with that. But your biggest, I guess, stumbling block is to become that entrepreneur, to get your name out there, to market yourself, to find the right kind of clients. And that's going to be a journey, like it is for all of us spiritual entrepreneurs out there. But you got this, girl. Yay! Thank you. Lots of amazing things to keep in mind. You're spot on with everything. Well, I'm so glad that resonated. Just rest assured that you're going to make it, as long as you're putting in that effort and, doing everything you can, researching, marketing yourself. And sometimes, Spirit's saying, sometimes you got to spend a little money to make money. So don't be afraid once you feel established enough to start doing some sort of advertising, because it will pay off for you. But again, though, advertising can be a big gamble. So also looking at your 5th house, because that is kind of speculative business. Advertising and marketing and all that can be found in the 5th house, also the 6th house. But yeah, you can look into that. All right, so let's just see. I'm still not seeing, let me just check my email, because sometimes it doesn't come through as a notification for Amber's question. Just double check that came through. I trust you. I just need to see. Yeah, it doesn't say it came through yet, Amber. So I don't know. Maybe check PayPal just to see that it went through on your end. It's not letting me know about that yet. Ooh, whoa, major ringing in my left ear. It's like a really low, like, "Ooh." There it is. It saw it pop up. Wow, I feel like your mom's here. Like she just came in. It was like low and ready to be heard. I love that. Okay, let's get back to my thing over here. Wow. Okay, so she wants to know. Let me open the email. That'll be easier to read the question. Okay, so want to know more about my past life slash lives with my mom in Lemuria, and if she has any messages for me on her love or her loved ones on her birthday. Yes, let's tune in to that life on Lemuria or any other lives in Lemuria that we didn't tune into yet, because they're showing me like 3 lives. Okay, yes, literally when Lemuria was going down, and I think we kind of tuned into that energy already, but you guys were, I guess you would say disincarnated because of this. I see one of you may have actually survived. They're showing me that you guys were actually living 2 to 3 parallel lifetimes during the fall of Lemuria. Which, wow, that's cool. You were living 3 parallel lives. 3, yeah. Page of Cups. It came out in reverse, so it was like normally upright. It's a really good surprise, good news. But in reverse, paired up with this was like bad news. Like you woke up that day and everything was crumbling, everything was falling apart, sinking into the water. They're not showing me actual fires, but literally the burning down of what you had established in this lifetime. And they're specifically tuning into one of the 3 parallel lives you were as a father and a son, which is very interesting. I don't know that we picked up on that one before, but they're showing me a father and son. And your mother was actually the son in that lifetime. You were the mother, the father. And you felt so much tremendous guilt because your son was lost. Your mother was lost in this lifetime. You still passed away. But it was after your son, your mother, passed away in that life. They're showing me about 3 days went by where you felt so guilty. Like, if I had just done this one thing, I could have saved him, your mom. I could have saved him. I could have done better. And then you passed away, not so much because of drowning or, all these things that were going on. But they're showing me your son did drown in that life. And you basically just left your body. You didn't die an actual physical death. You just left the body. And then, of course, because there's no soul there, the body passes away, shrivels away. So you just literally ascended from your body and went back to meet up with your mom. It was just too hard to be without her as your son in that life. And you felt so much guilt surrounding that. And they're showing me too, major chills. You may have felt a lot of guilt surrounding the passing of your mom in this life. Obviously, it wasn't your fault at all. But maybe you were feeling like, I should have been there more. I should have said this. I should have done that. Just these things that come up, this element of guilt, or feeling you could have done more, should have done more, should have been a better daughter, whatever the thing is. And your mom wants you to release that. And she's saying you can even light your own candle, kind of similar to what we did today, and put your intentions that you are releasing any guilt you have in all time, space, lifetime, and reality. You can even play this back if you need to. We're at 53 minutes and 6 seconds of this of this live stream. But they're showing me you lighting a candle and releasing, forgiving your mother, forgiving yourself in all time, space, lifetime, and reality. So that'll clear it for all time, lifetimes. Of course, the higher self is in charge of anything you're still learning lessons about. That will remain intact. Because as humans, we can't completely destroy everything that our souls set out to do. There's some safety parameters in place. You have a ritual. There you go with the soul sister. Yeah, that will be very beneficial for you to be able to do that ritual today. Absolutely. You're right on the mark with that. Do that. And then we have 7 of Pentacles. So there is this element of patience, which we don't always like to hear or see or feel or do, experience. But this element of patience is so pervasive in our lives right now that we're in a hurry to get nowhere fast. It's kind of what it feels like in this timeline. We're spinning our wheels. We want life to be easier. We want, the timelines to shift so that we can have this more 5th dimensional consciousness take place and not have to worry about this 3D crap anymore. But Spirit's showing that all of us have this different stuff we're wrapping up. We're fine tuning in this life. Not to say we won't ascend to a more fifth dimensional consciousness in this life, because some of us will, some of us won't. But there's a lot of loose ends to tie up, a lot of forgiveness that needs to happen, a lot of just having that faith and moving forward, facing our deepest fears, our deepest and brightest and biggest wounds. And it's not easy. It's not easy at all. At all. It's not easy. So your mom's calling me over to this deck now, so let's get into it. And I've had major chills this whole time, from my head down my arms. It's intense in a good way. So you might get chills. You might feel her in that way today and moving forward. But we also have here tourmalinated. I can never say that right. Tourmalinated quartz. Read that. Say that 5 times fast. Get out of your own way. And I think that's what you're doing today, is clearing some of this stuff from that past life so that you can move forward and know, yes, I don't have my mom here to hug and to hold and to talk to in the way that I once knew, but she is still very, very much present in your life in all ways, shapes, and forms. She knows all that you're going through. She sees what you're experiencing, for the good, the bad, and everything in between. And she loves you, and she's rooting for you. She's your biggest cheerleader on the other side. Let's see what else she has to say. There's a lot going on. A lot going on here. Oh, amazing. Okay, let me get it. I'm going to have to go around this way and get it, because it's way over here. Okay, so we have 3 come out, which, first and foremost, I think I have, well, I don't have the Amazonite, but I have this one and this one. Okay, what do we got going on? So we have Amazonite, which I don't have, but loosen your grip. Get out of your own way. Loosen your grip. There's something that's no longer serving you that you're clinging to, thinking that you need to do this to remain stable, centered, secure. But actually, it's creating the opposite effect for you. It's keeping you unbalanced, unstable, unsecure. And that I'm not going to say exactly what that is, because I think it could be 3 or 4 different things, people, situations that you're clinging to, thinking that you have to make your life make sense. Then we have the clear quartz, which I got right here. Get crystal clear. So even asking your mom, your guides, your angels, your crossover loved ones, higher self, source, God, the universe, asking to get that clarity, to get that Ace of Swords moment coming in hot for you to know what is your next step, what is your next best step, and the way forward. Spirit will illuminate that for you. And also we have fluorite here. Find peace within. And we've got rainbow fluorite here as well. So if I were to shine my light, let me get it going here. Shine my light. Sorry, I don't want to blind you all, but here we go. Isn't she pretty? Rainbow fluorite. This is a rough, natural slab of rainbow fluorite. The green just doesn't do justice on here. It's kind of a pretty mint, kind of aqua green, but oh my gosh, I love this little slab of fluorite here. It's still rough, but if you actually put it in water, the colors get even prettier. Fluorite is amazing, but it really does help you get that focus and clarity that you seek for creating your dream life, or a life that just feels much more fulfilling. So your mom wants to help you feel more fulfilled. There you go. What a great this combination together will really help you focus or hone in on what you're meant to be doing, what you can release, and help you move forward from, any doubts, any guilt, any worries or fear or forgiveness that needs to happen for the past. This combination can really help you with that, specifically because the rainbow fluorite is made up of many different colors. We've got green for the heart chakra. We've got clear quartz in here as well, I do believe. We've got kind of a chevron looking purpley color. So this to me feels like crown chakra vibes, and everything in between the heart and the crown you can really benefit from. And then there's some of this up here, this matrix rock that you can find it in, that just helps keep you grounded. And I think that is something that you could benefit from, is some grounding crystals as well. Because a lot of times we can have all these beautiful, bright ideas, but if we can't ground them, they never can take root. It's almost like having a seed and just holding it in your hand like this, expecting it to sprout, but you're not watering it and you're not putting it in dirt, you're not planting it. It's just there. It's like you're watching it. Oh, it's not doing anything. Why isn't it doing anything? Well, try digging a hole. Try burying it. Try putting some water on it. And then, yes, it will start to grow. That's really what she's showing me, is like you already have the seed, but it's like you're holding it in your hand. She says it's time to bury the seed. So you can take what she just said and whatever's coming to your intuition, find a way to bury the seed she's talking about here. All right. So let me get one more from this. Any closing messages about this past life or just moving into the connection between Amber and her mom in this life and moving forward? Yeah, there's a lot of information coming through. Yes. We've got here, get crystal clear, get out of your own way and loosen your grip. So you're letting go of something. You're letting go of someone or something or many someones or many somethings. The things that are holding you back, but you at the same time are feeling like they are what you need to do to create the life you want. You feel like to make the changes I want in life, I have to remain in this situation or this scenario or this relationship. But really, actually, you getting out of that scenario, situation, relationship is what's going to open the door for you. And this is a spirit guardian of autumn. Because think of it this way, if the trees held on to those leaves all fall, all winter, into the next spring, the new growth couldn't come through because all the old dead leaves, and that actually happened because the leaves actually froze on the trees and died right on the trees, and the trees didn't have time to release them yet. They didn't even turn color yet. They were still green, so the trees held on to them. And it took almost 2 full seasons, 2 full years for those trees to finally release all that dead, that old. And boy, wouldn't you believe it, the next year, as it was holding on to all that old, it could barely sprout forth new because it was holding on to all the old. And it was finally when the tree was like, okay, let's release all of this. It released all the dead and the stuff from that year. And then come the next spring, 2 full years later, it was able to be big and bright and beautiful and green. And that actually happened to my mountain ash tree in the backyard. And this year, I think I was talking last year, it had 3 little clusters of berries, little orange berries, the whole tree. It's not a huge tree, but it only had 3 clusters of berries, and it had all these black berry patches where it all froze to the tree and they didn't release. And this year, there's hundreds of clusters. They're still white right now because they're just bloomed out, but they will eventually become these big clusters of orange berries. And it's about releasing, even though it feels difficult. You're like, I don't know how. Ask spirit the way, because spirit always can help. Your own higher self knows the way. Tuning in, meditating, doing these rituals that you feel called to do intuitively are going to help lead the way. And then we got on the back here citrine with bring in the light. And this is your own light. This isn't anything outside of you that you need to bring in. This is just calling on your own higher self to lead the way forward and having this element of grace and patience as you move forward, because it doesn't take just one day. Rome wasn't built in a day, so Rome can't deconstruct itself and then rebuild in a day either. It's going to take time, patience. It's going to take, facing some deep issues and wounds and fears. It's going to take all of that, but you know what you need to do. You intuitively in your heart, you already know. So I don't need to tell you. You already know. And it may not just be one thing. It could be a few things. So follow your heart on that. All right, I hope that resonated for you. Wow, that was so powerful. I may have to go rewatch that, because I think what Amber's mom was bringing forward with this beautiful message wasn't just beneficial for Amber. Obviously it was, but I think many of you can benefit from very similar messages here. Wow, you just had a therapy session before this, your first one. Oh, you know exactly what you have to release. There you go. Yeah, you got this. I know it feels so heavy. Like, I don't even know where to start. When we're making these big, powerful changes in our lives, it feels like the hardest thing ever. But having this sense of grace and patience, look what's on the back of the deck. V is for victory. And this, again, like I was saying in the collective message, which I think you could really benefit from, is specifically creating a life you want once you do face those fears, once you do let go of the baggage or the traumas, the wounds, resentment, the forgiveness, all the stuff that you know you need to do. Once you made it all the way through that and you're established in your new reality, whatever that looks like, you can look back and be like, oh my gosh, how did I do all that? I did it, but oh my gosh, how did I do that? You're going to amaze even yourself with the power that you're bringing forward via your higher self to make these changes you want to make in your life. Wow, that's powerful. All right, Amber, I hope that resonated for you. Yeah, you don't know. I know, it can feel so overwhelming to change everything or to release these big things in life. It can feel so overwhelming and even disempowering because you're like, well, I'm going to have to change everything about my life or at least some pretty major parts to live the life I really want. Oh, you are so welcome, Amber. Always, always, always a pleasure to read for you. All right, you guys, that is all I'm seeing here for donations. But I just wanted to say thank you so much and remind you all I will be live for our solar plexus chakra ritual / collective reading on Friday. And it's going to be at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So calculate when that'll be for you. That'll be about 7 hours from now. So whatever time it is for you right now, add 7 hours to that. That's what time I'm going to go live on Friday because my regularly scheduled time on Friday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. My kids get out at 11 a.m. Mountain Time on Friday for the summer. So I just wanted to be able to go to the school, pick them up, experience the last day of school with them, and then be able to really focus and connect with you guys that evening, if that makes sense. So that's what we're going to do. Got my Lemurian quartz here. It's a singing one. I don't know if you can hear the singing. It's kind of got a chimey kind of quarter sound to it, like the silver quarters. I love it. Yes. I just thought I'd do a little show and tell since it was in my hand. I know I got some spirit quartz here as well. I got crystals everywhere. Oh shoot, you may not be here on Friday. There's a pride prom and I may decide to go. That sounds like so much fun, Ethan. If you do go, have so much fun. But you can always watch the replay. That's the beautiful thing of these rituals and collective readings. They're available at least until YouTube deletes them because they're not going anywhere on my end. So you can watch it later that day or the next day or a year from now, whenever you feel called. All right, guys, I hope you had a wonderful time. I always do. I always love hanging out with you. And as always, thanks again so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see all of you right here back at the Done Creative Live and on my main channel. First thing linked in the description below, my main channel. My most recent pick a card went live yesterday over there, so feel free to check that out. We also have the June reading out, a couple uploads back. And I made my first video over on my writing channel for the first time in 2 years. So that is also over, and I've linked my writing / vlog personal channel below for those of you who want to see kind of behind the scenes of what my life is like. Me picking up my kids in the car every day. That's pretty much where I've been filming so far. Oh, you saw the writing channel video. Yay. Of course, I had to break down over there because I was talking about my Judy, my sweet little doggy that passed away in November. I miss her so much, but I know she's still with me. So it's like I miss her, yet she's still here. It's a weird concept, but yeah, I got that video up over there. I have another video coming very soon to that channel. I want to try to keep at least one video a week going over there because I am vlogging and filming my writing process. So I don't like to make those too long. So I want to keep them shorter videos, and about once a week or so would be good. What else? Yeah, I've had a writing vlog in the works for quite a while over there. I've got pieces and parts from May and early June here to put into that writing vlog without making it too long. I don't want to make it too long because then no one will want to watch it, except maybe me looking back on my life 2 years from now or something. Oh, you almost cried when I mentioned her. Yeah. My sweet Judy. Let me see if I can bring up her picture here. She's on my lock screen, but I had all those notifications, so let me go find a picture of Judy if anyone cares to know what she looks like. I usually will take pictures of my lock screen if I have like an angel number or something. But I deleted a bunch of those because I had almost no space on my phone. I will find it somewhere. There's Walter, but we don't need to see him right now. Where's Judy? There's Judy. There's my Judith. Yeah, she was 2 weeks shy of 17 years old. Oh, got something going on my messenger from my sister-in-law. Yeah, there's Judith. Yeah, she was 2 weeks shy of 17 years old. So she lived a very long life. And boy, at the end, she was fighting for all she was worth to stay with us. And I didn't feel it was fair to keep her with us any longer. She was just basically completely starved herself. She's my sweet side boob. I call her my side boob because on uh Family Guy, if you just type in Peter Griffin's side boob hour, I was watching that. I used to watch Family Guy all the time. I haven't watched it in years. I don't even know if it's still on the air. I don't know, but I used to watch it all the time as like a early to mid 20s person, 20-year-old person. Um, but because Judy was always by me, I called her my side boob because she was always beside me, and I just thought it was funny. And I even would say it like Peter Griffin says it on that. That's my side boob. I'm not a good Peter Griffin impersonator, but you can look at that if you want to see it. But I'm going to shut up, quit rambling, go get a quick bite to eat before my mentor session with Michelle De Leon. Yeah, I'll just type it in. Peter Griffin's side boob hour. It's dumb, but it's funny. Yeah, there you go. All right, guys, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to go. I've already done my outro, so I'm just going to leave you here. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of the week, and I will see you Friday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time back here. And again, tomorrow I have another video going up. I can't remember the subject matter. Might have left it open to spirit. I can't quite remember. I filmed so many videos lately, I don't even know where we're at in my lineup of content. But yes, that will be dropping tomorrow at 8 a.m. Mountain Time on my main channel. First thing linked in the description below. And I have some other recent pick cards over there if you've missed those, so feel free to check that out. And my writing channel, which I've already talked about. It's 11:11. I'm gonna go at 11:11, and it's 11:11, 08, 9, 10, 11. Bye.